What's going on, everybody? It's the Sam Rothstein Show, episode 1. We got a lot of shit to talk about tonight, man. We got a lot of good things. I'm a wee bit tired. Last night I visited The Break, which is Josh Miller's weekly hip-hop event at Rehab Tavern. It's a great fucking time, first off, if you're just into the culture and into hip-hop. But yo, you'll see rappers up there that just eat motherfuckers. So I'd never been before. I've been meaning to go for a long time, but definitely shout out to Josh Miller for that shit. That was a great fucking time. I'll definitely be back next week for that. Right now, though, business is hand. Guy I picked to be the first guest for this podcast ever, for a multitude of reasons, actually, but the main one being nobody fucking knows anything about him. Everybody knows him, but nobody really knows a whole lot about him, so I'm gonna crack that shell tonight. I'm gonna get to the fucking bottom of the mystery. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jay Storm in the building. We got Jay Storm in the building right now.
Splash.
Hey. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, my friend. And you know, when I first the reason I wanted to do this and have you be the first guest was because our stories are definitely inextricably linked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
for sure.
And I'm saying, like, we you know, he was the guy that really convinced me that I should take the rap thing beyond just writing raps and making the music to actually giving it out to the people. He was the motherfucker that
level up.
Yeah, he was that level up, and he's been that for a lot of people, not just me. And he definitely gave me a different outlook and different mind state on the way music scenes work and things like that. Because you've been all over, right?
Yeah. I've traveled and I go around and find different artists in different places and find people with a similar mindset, similar drive, motivation.
Definitely. Who
have that purpose and that reasoning. And then, right. I help them cultivate that and build into what they build into. Yeah,
and I feel like there's definitely a lack of people like that. I don't even want to say in hip hop in general, because still I'm so new to it, and I'm so new to the general scene.
Not like any artist in general. You know what I'm saying? Like we're working with this new artist, Code Caliber. And
Code Caliber, shout out.
He does something like outside the box, kind of like folk music, experimental, you know, and experimental rock, you know, pop type thing. And working with him is kind of cool because, you know, different artists got their different thing going on. They got their different vibe, their different way of recording, different fans. So it's like the more I expand my spectrum, I feel like the more people and the more I'm able to connect with people. Because
the other thing is, though, man, you're out here. What I noticed about you and what you told me and what the shit that you were saying to me, you know, early on, aside from like a lot of the law of attraction stuff, which we're gonna get into later. We're gonna talk law of attraction tonight. But to me it was crazy just because, like, I noticed your work ethic. I noticed, like, I remember early on you telling me about, yo, we're gonna go to Pittsburgh to do this fucking video for the thing, and I'm like, yo, we're not even making any money. Why are we going to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
But now it's a whole. I mean, now I understand.
It's a movement.
Yeah, exactly. Now I get it. But I feel like there's still a lot of people that don't, and the reason I'm doing this podcast is because I want to give artists a little bit of an audience, a little bit of a way, because, you know, personally, me, when I first heard your music, you know, when I first listened to it, it was not the type of shit I was on in hip hop. I was on my fucking hardcore,
of course,
you know, whatever.
Everybody loves that new shit.
But at the same time, though, I still saw something in it. But then once I knew you better and really understood the message that you've got in your music, that's when I was like, damn, there's really not people talking like this motherfucker right now. There isn't. And you know, I don't know, man, I don't know how many of the audience, and I'm sure they've heard the music, but what I'm saying is, if you really listen to it and listen to the themes behind it, it's from a hip-hop fan's perspective, because that's, you know, ultimately what I am, is a fan of the culture. I'd never heard no shit like that before. I hadn't heard it. But the thing I want to know, and the thing I've always been curious about, is, like, so you've lived in Cali. You've been involved in music out in Cali. Where in Cali, first off?
San Pedro area, Southern California.
So where is that near? Like, some people in Ohio would know.
Like Long Beach area.
Okay, word, the LBC.
Yeah, basically.
So, which is funny because most people in Ohio wouldn't even know the LBC from Snoop. They'd know it from Sublime, but hey, it's all the same.
Trippy life.
You've been fucking out there heavy in the DMV.
Yeah.
Heavy in the DMV.
Yeah, I went from Los Angeles. I was doing my thing out there, working with beats. I was producing at that time. And then shit hit the fan, you know what I'm saying, money-wise. So I had to go get money somewhere else.
Word.
So everybody's saying there's money out on the East Coast. I have family out East. So I went out there, got in with my mom's a little bit, linked up with my dad. I haven't really seen him in a minute because we was out West. And then, you know, built up with some artists and music out there and continued that ride, moved to Ohio, did that same thing, and
so I mean, so you, but you, so let me ask you this: everybody knows, obviously, you, Nitro G's, you guys are kind of, there's definitely a relationship. There's definitely a partnership going on.
Yeah, I met Nitro when I was in Virginia. And
how did you guys meet? Because honestly, I don't know that. I've been fucking hanging out with you all the time now, and I've actually never even asked that story. I just kind of assumed.
With Nitro, when I moved to Virginia, the second time, I actually went to Ohio, then moved back to Virginia. I was actually in the middle of a situation when I went to Virginia to visit. Ended up on probation, and I got stuck in Virginia, so I had to stay out there for a whole year.
Why were you on probation though? Tell us what they charged you with. What was the case?
Being in possession of some things I shouldn't have been in possession of.
What were you in possession of?
I'm not even going to go into that one.
Well, here's what I'm going to go real quick.
Yeah.
All right. I want to set a fucking precedent right now. I want to let people know. All right. When you're on the Sam Rothstein show, Sam Rothstein is going to ask you very specific things. Sam Rothstein is going to ask you what it was that the police fucking took from you, Sam Rothstein, because here's full disclosure, I'm gonna talk about drugs on this show. I love drugs. I have a fascination with drugs. I always have. Obviously, if you've heard my music, you fucking know this. Obviously, if you heard my music and you fuck with my music and you're listening to this show, you like them. So let's all be adults here. Let's talk about drugs. You had some weed on you, didn't you?
I had maybe a couple herbals.
You had some herbals on you. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. So you were on probation for how long?
It was a year.
A year. That's gotta fucking suck, man.
Yeah, I was there.
I've never been in that situation
for a year. I went to Cali like 2-3 times while I was on probation. Very salty while I was in California visiting. But during that time frame, I actually linked up with this man, John Doe. And John Doe was just freestyling and doing his thing. And then, like, come to find out, he had a whole, like, you know, resume. You know what I'm saying? He did music out in Maryland, and he was part of the whole GTM movement. Word. And I was like, yo, what is GTM? And he was like, you got to link up with my man's Nitro. Nitro is like, you know, he's head of the engineering department in the whole GTM shit.
Shout out Nitro G's, by the way. Of
Nitro
course.
G's,
of course.
My brother right there. And then, so we linked up, you know what I'm saying? We linked up, and I took him down. We had him come down to Virginia from Maryland. And I was like, yo, we're going to do some work. You come down, and I'll invest some work. So he basically come down, he saw what we was about, some songs we had going on. We took him down to the studio. He was going to Q Recording Studios at the same time, where Salt and Pepper recorded. Who else? Michael Jackson, They Don't Care About Us.
Right.
It's like a big label type shit.
Yeah.
So we went down there and we was recording tracks. So Nitro was with us there, and he was like, yo, y'all really got to go and got the cameras filming, blah, blah, blah. So Nitro agreed to get down with the whole FMG movement, and then in return, we just did a vice versa situation. So I signed to his Get That Money Records, and then he signed to Forecast Music Group.
So it's definitely a mutual partnership. It's definitely mutual gains back. That was the first. Well, that was the other thing. That was like the first thing I noticed about you, because you got to keep in mind, like I've been a musician for about 10 years. I probably wrote my first raps when I first started making any kind of music at all. I've always loved hip hop my whole life, But I played folk music, and I wrote conceptual, crazy, trippy, you know what I mean? Like progressive music. Like I've done a lot, but the fact is, I have been recording this entire time for 10 years, and I've got everything I've ever recorded. I still have it. I mean, to me, if you're a musician out there, if you're an artist, it is always good to record as much as possible, even if you don't release it, even if nobody hears it. It's like someone like me who's always like too fucking high to remember to take pictures. Like that's why you never see me on the gram. You never see me like posting mad shit. I'm always too faded, and I'm always too like, I don't think that way. But to me, when I go back and listen to the music I used to make, that shit, that's photographs right there. And
it is. It's documentation.
Yeah. And so, but it's also great to learn your progression and to see your progression. So, but I noticed that you know, it's funny, the whole time I've been making music, this 10 years, and recording the music and researching and looking up on how to record better and how to make the shit sound better and what I can do, I never, ever, ever once thought about making a fucking music video. All the way up until the time that I met you. Because we got to go into how the fuck we met. Like, that's a story for the fucking ages.
For sure.
I'll start it off. So it was a Saturday of getting wavy. There were a lot of hallucinogens involved. 151, because you know how Rothstein does. There's blunts to the face. It's a real thing. So it's like 9 o'clock. We're like coming down off the tripping. We're like, things are starting to settle. We got to go to a birthday party. Shout out Hilltop. And so we had to go to a birthday party. So we get a sober driver, which you always should. We always had the sober driver on deck. And he was actually a guy that was trying to be a cop, which made it even cooler. But we go out and I'm like tripping and I'm nervous because everybody's in the back, like in this big garage / apartment thing. And it's way out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere. I'm still kind of half tripping, I'm wavy. I walk in and the place is fucking filled to the brim with people. And I see a buddy of mine, I gravitate towards him and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to talk to him. I'm trying to fucking be like, hey, what's going on, man? You know, blah, blah, blah. Not realizing I'm wearing a fur coat. I'm wearing this gaudy fucking black fur coat. I'm wearing boots. I got gym shorts. I am looking a mess. And I had some kind of scarf contraption on me. And and then you could take it over from here.
We're literally in this back room, freestyle. Me and Essential J, and like we was deep in the game. You know, a couple of drinks,
right?
And like. It just got to the point that Essential J he was oppressive. You know what I'm saying? He was oppressive with the whole marketing scheme. And I had to like pull him to the side like, yo, there's a different way to negotiate at a birthday party. You feel me? So while we were talking about this, a beat happened to be bumping and I was looking at him, he was looking at me and he just dropped the bar, I dropped the bar, and we was freestyling. As we was freestyling, we have this like 6'8" jungle man tip in a fucking fur coat and some like shorts and some huge boots on, and he's sitting here. He was like, "Yo, are y'all really freestyling right now?" Like asking an obvious question, and then he was like, "I just really."
It was not obvious in my mind. It was not obvious what was happening. I had to ask.
Can I please rap with you guys? And so literally he jumped in freestyle.
And I can't believe I did that.
Shit was fire.
Because I'd spent the whole summer writing raps. Basically what is Dangerous Days in Little Vegas now, as the people know it, was what I was writing that whole summer. But it was just because I was like, I mean, it's hard to explain, but I was like, I had just been partying so much and just tripping so much that like rap music, a certain kind of rap music started identifying with me really heavy. And then I got to a point that I was inspired enough to where I had to write it. But I was like kind of at a rut of like, I know these raps are good. I know I'm good at rapping. I've been doing it for a long time. I've just never told anybody. And so I never really like shown them to anybody that wasn't, that wasn't fucking somebody who was
into
close
rap.
to me. Yeah, exactly. And I had like friends of mine that were into rap, and I would show them my raps. Oh, you're fucking good. And I believed them. It's not like you can't trust that opinion, but it was still a matter of, well, they've been listening to me make music for 10 years, so it's like they know the progression.
Yeah.
So when I was nervous as fuck, dude.
So you didn't want an opinion off somebody who knew you musically.
It's always better to get the off the street, just stranger opinion.
Nobody who has ever heard of you in general.
Exactly. No bias, no nothing. All they hear is the music.
That's a good review right there.
So now, and I feel like a lot of artists agree with me. I feel like a lot of artists also don't want that time to happen while they're tripping on hallucinogens. Heavy.
But that's why we work though, because you see shit as an opportunity while other people see it as a stressful.
Well, and I really did, honestly, because as soon as Essential J was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy in the mink? And I was just like, oh, but then I saw them and I was like, hey, I bet you I'll fucking be pretty good friends with these guys because they're rapping right now. I was like, obviously we have some shit in common.
Real talk.
And you were rolling a blunt. So I was like, well, we're on the right track there. Because, oh, dude. And because it was like a 20-minute drive out there. I hadn't smoked at all in like hours. And I know that sounds like some fiend shit to say. I'm really not that type of dude. I don't, I smoke weed a good amount, but not like, if I don't have it for hours, I freak out. But when you're tripping, That's a whole other scenario.
Yeah,
a couple hours without weed while you're
that
tripping.
shit down.
Yeah. So, but I do remember just being like, all right, man, these motherfuckers are spitting off the dome. They're freestyling right now. They've got a pitch too. Not only that, that's what impressed me because it wasn't like some shit of...
Well, it's not the fact that we tried to pitch anything. It's the fact that we already had a product.
Exactly.
And that's what Essential J... That was the problem. We was away from the party trying to calm his damn marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Because he was so impressive with the... Yeah. Yo, I'm Essential J. Here's my shit.
But you also got to keep in mind this party and the people attending this party. This is not a rap party. This is not. This is a party out in the country.
It was a birthday party and it was just like for the homegrown.
Yeah, like it was not like a function to where like shit like that would even be close to normal.
Nah, it was like they got a pool. They got like 6 dogs running in the
But
fields.
I remember that we went, we rapped out. We kind of separated ourselves. We rapped. You and me talked for a little while. Because by this time I hadn't even recorded music. I had recorded like one song. I had some weird SoundCloud account, and I think it was like what ended up being the song "Mr. 9 to 5" off Dangerous Days in Little Vegas. I had recorded that earlier over a Jay-Z beat, and I remember I sent it to, or I listen to fucking Valentino from Yellow Springs or Dayton. My bad if I got that wrong. Amazing MC though, incredible fucking MC, and he's doing shows like crazy. That man works. Shout out to Tino. If it wasn't for him, there probably wouldn't be a Sam Rothstein either. Because I remember he heard that track and he left a comment and he was like, yo, you went the fuck in on this. And I was like, damn. Because I respected him. Because he was a dude, he was putting on for Ohio, which meant a lot to me from the gate. From the time I started writing raps. And after that, but I hadn't recorded anything seriously. I hadn't, So, and then as soon as we started talking, I obviously knew you like to get wavy. I knew you like to trip, which that's a positive. You know what I mean?
I like to experience different situations.
Yeah. And so that's just kind of how it grew, man. And honestly, I mean, it's weird to say, and I don't have any shame in saying it at all, but there wouldn't be the movement of Little Vegas. I mean, now I have people coming up to me telling me about Little Vegas that I've never talked to in my life. You know what I mean? But that would not have been possible had that night not happened. Because you were the one, you started talking to me about it and shit like that. And you started talking, and I was like, damn, these are guys that have actually, because when you live in a place like Lancaster, and I'm sure a lot of rappers around here, any rappers listening from a small town can relate. Hip-hop feels so far away. It's something you hear. It's something that's on your TV or in your computer, your headphones, but it's not something that's in front of your eyes, and it's something that's so intimidating when you've never been around that culture either. And so to me, to see it like that, I was just like, yo, geeked. So fucking stoked. And then it turned into a thing to where, because it was still a couple months after that we didn't really like fuck with each other on a music tip. Like I
was writing Zombie Life during that time.
Yeah.
So I had my own shit. But that's the thing is like that's what people find out about me also is that like I got shit to do half the time. So it's like it ain't the fact that I'm like ignoring you or trying to push you off to the side, but it's like I book myself so much just to make sure I get some shit done. Like I may not finish everything I need to do, but I at least get a percentage of what I could make.
And I'll tell you what, like, and when we first met, and which is crazy because it was like September of 2013. So we haven't known each other all that long, not even 2 years yet. But now, just in the short time that I've known you, I can understand that feeling of you go to bed. There hasn't been a night for me, at least in a long time, and I'm blessed to be able to say this, and I'm very grateful for it. There hasn't been a night that I've gone to bed that I knew I got everything that I needed to do done.
Word.
I had that much work. I had that much, you know what I mean? And it's like, and you other rappers out there that don't have that feeling, you can take this as boasting, you can take it as shit talking or whatever. I mean, no disrespect. I really don't, man. But what I'm saying is like, if you love it, if you care about it, if the grind is really something that's important to you, you will make work for yourself and you will find things to do.
You will never feel like you did it enough.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, I know every day there's more I can be doing. There's more I can be doing. While we're on this though, the thing I want to know is, have you seen any big differences? Do you see, or have you seen any big differences between the scenes in Cali, the DMV, and then Ohio, which we'll just call the Midwest? And then, I mean, what is the one thing that you've observed that keeps the scene from growing?
That stops it from growing?
Or that just halts it, prevents it, keeps it stagnant. You know what I mean?
Well, what was the first one? Let's go back.
The first one is just, did you see any differences? Is like the basic motherfuckers rapping in the West Coast?
I mean, the difference is, like, in LA, everybody's on everything in LA. Like, people are on so many different shits at the same time.
You mean like social media or shit?
Yeah, social media, fashion, music. Like, Splash in the First, my dude Germ, he goes to, like, all these concerts that are free, like, every first Tuesday type shit, and it's like Australian acts come out. And perform. And it's free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people are on that outlandish shit because there's so much shit that goes on.
Yeah, and that's Cali too.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of...
And then out in the DMV, everybody's kind of really on, you know, Twitter heavy out there. And the people out there, you know, they're really out in the scene. They're really out, like, mingling with people. There's not too many people out in the DMV who actually, like, go to work and go home. Like they do in Ohio. You know what I mean? And so coming out here... all the people out here are really into social media because the people out here got the cheese to have the, you know, the electronics and the shit to be up on social media and shit.
Right.
So everybody out here is really, like, keeping up via, you know, the social shit.
I feel like Facebook is a lot bigger in the Midwest, though.
Yeah, Facebook's bigger here, and nobody's really on Facebook.
But, like, to me, though, I just feel like it's crazy to me, but... because I'm not a very social media savvy person. I'm really not. I fuck with Facebook only because I know how to use it. And it really does take something to understand a site and know what makes it really tick and run. But
get the most out of it. Right?
Yeah, and get the most out of it. Because that's any website, though. Is, I mean, the whole model they're built on is the more you fuck with that site, the more output you get. The more you're on it, the more you use it, the more you get out of it. It's real simple, but a lot of people don't seem to understand it from a music perspective. And I feel like that is why... that's why I don't really fuck with Facebook artist pages. You know what I mean? Like, I never heard about anything from a fucking... because I just feel like it's like 5 steps ahead from what motherfuckers need to be concerned about.
Well, the thing is, on Facebook artist pages, there's a few of them that I actually like. Just like me, like, you know what I'm saying, going around and everything, I have everything. You know what I'm saying? I have Twitter, Facebook, you know what I'm saying, Pinterest. I may not use all of them on a usual because I'm not in the area where... my peoples use this one, you know what I'm saying, pretty quite frequent. But the one big thing I want to say about that is that, I don't know, I want to say the build. Like, it's different when you're like, when you're feeding into like, you know, the whole Facebook shit and what's going on with that. It's like, it's more of like a marketing branding aspect. It's like, people like think you're going to just like change your whole life off of one song that they hear and you just could drop some shit. But on the artist page tip, like, I like to follow artists on Facebook more than I do on Twitter. Like, as in, when
I can't even fucking get behind Twitter, dude.
And when and that's because you're in the Midwest where nobody does.
Yeah, exactly.
But, and the thing is, it's like, it's one of those things where Wiz Khalifa's saying whatever he wants, you know what I'm saying, all over through Twitter, and that's whatever. But to actually see him, you know, his hair color changing and shit like that, and actually have like a caption with the picture, it's a whole different feel for me, you know what I mean? And it's like, it seems more personal.
And I feel like the reason Twitter really popped off is because it's, you know, it's simple. Simple is great.
It's
simple
more current.
Is good.
Twitter's way more current.
And it's more current, but at the same time, like, you can tweet at Earl Sweatshirt right now. You can tweet at fucking Barbara Walters right now. Whoever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Facebook, it's a lot harder to do. Facebook, it's a much different navigation. However, when it comes to building a local scene, when it comes to trying to organize, I feel like Facebook still has it.
Yeah.
I think there's a better skeletal structure there.
For sure.
However, though, I wish people, I mean, like, my whole thing, and I'm going to say this right now, fuck Reverb Nation. Like, I'm not on that, and I'm sure I burned a billion bridges, you know, like saying that.
Yep.
However, yo, I'm sorry. I've never heard an artist I thought was dope, and I heard him on Reverb Nation. And I'm not saying that people that use Reverb Nation are whack. What I'm saying is, that is such like it's such a mess, man. It's not clean, it's not simple. There's a billion different fucking things. Like, I just don't fuck with Reverb Nation.
There's too many options for you to...
Like, Bandcamp I can fuck with because Bandcamp, the focus is really your project. Is really the album or the mixtape or the individual group of songs. Yeah. Because it's still a little more of a monetizable thing than SoundCloud or something like that. I like SoundCloud because SoundCloud is just a song. You want to drop a hot track, you drop it on SoundCloud. On Reverb Nation, though, I feel like, oh, here's some more shit that Reverb Nation is. Reverb Nation is all in your business all the fucking time, and I can't stand it, dude. I feel a certain goddamn type of way about Reverb Nation. But yo, the thing also that I fucked with you on heavy is because my background musically is not strictly hip hop. You know what I mean? I used to make progressive music. I used to make, you know, kind of psychedelic, crazy rock music and shit like that. And I really fucked with you on the tip of you were doing concept albums. You do fucking you know what I mean? Like Zombie Life was a concept album. It was an album with a theme, a consistent fucking theme. And it's not to say that that's unheard of in rap, but what I'm saying is, like, I had never heard a really crazy rap concept album. You know what I mean? And somebody that literally has it to the point where you did, where like you actually storyboard a fucking movie that you never even see. You storyboard the goddamn album.
I want to fucking shoot the movie. I still want to shoot the movie.
That'd be a dope movie.
And I feel like it would bring more attention to the situation because a lot of people don't know that with FMG and the way that we're manifesting our whole situation right now, that we're taking it more visual. And like, people are, you can keep doing your music thing, that's cool or whatever, but at the end of the day, we're trying to get a message across. We're trying to do what we got to do. And even if you don't feel the song, you're still gonna get the message. Right. And so that's what the whole point of the Zombie Life shit is. And it's like that whole album itself is supposed to give you the message without you needing a visual. But we gonna do a visual anyway.
Yeah. I mean, well, I feel like, well, and back to the original point though, is the shit with the videos. You know what I mean? Like me, I've also got such heavy fucking film influences. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. I always knew I would be making movies and films, and well, that's a whole other episode that we'll talk about later. But I don't know. I always fucking feel. I always like. As soon as you brought the idea of music videos to my plate, I was just like, oh God, this is a whole other thing. Like, it's crazy being somebody from a place like Lancaster, like, because there's no hip hop here. Like, I had no idea what it looked like. All I knew is what rap music sounded like. I had no idea. I'd never lived it. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't say that I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just a fan. That's all I was.
True.
And like, man, but once you fucking see that that's really all it is just people out there doing it, and it's just a motherfucker rapping, and it's just and it's just people doing it. It's like, it's a whole other perspective, but at the same time, visually, I just feel like there's also a lot of motherfuckers out there, especially in Ohio. And yes, this is me telling people to get on their fucking video game. Like, yo, give us content. At the end of the day, that's what the fuck we all are. If you're really trying to be in a situation in rap music where you're trying to make some money at it, you're a content creator. That's what you are. Whether it's videos, whether it's podcasts, whether it's fucking music, whether it's shows, whether it's whatever.
That resume.
You're creating content.
Like, think about it. If you drop a really hot song and the song is like super dope and everybody's feeling it, we're gonna want to know what you look like. So why don't you do like a video or some shit? Do a video, then get all your homies in it, so all your homies is gonna share it. You know what I'm saying? And really do. But don't do like some average shit though. Like, stop doing what's on MTV. Stop having 90,000 motherfuckers on your front porch. You know what I'm saying? Shooting the same shit over and over and over.
Yo, do something like What the Fuck So Kyle did. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to that man. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like,
or African.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly. Got a good video. You gotta go out the box. It's like, you're doing these like super hard, but all right, let me stop because y'all might not even have a message. I'm sorry. So it's like, if you didn't even have a message, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Do what the hell you gotta do.
I don't know.
But if you have a point to get across, like we do, you know what I mean? We can't do some normal shit. I'm sorry.
I don't know. And I feel like I'm proud of my videos, but like my videos can definitely, you know, get better. Everybody's shit can get better, but for what I had and for the resources I was working with, like, I'm very proud of the videos that I've done and I've made them. And I'm definitely excited to make videos for other people too. Like, that's definitely something I want to get into.
It's fun all the time, man.
Yeah, because it's like, I feel like music can be something more if a certain music is meshed with another person's vision. You know what I mean? When another person has the visual aspect or interpretation of what that music really was, that's a whole other fucking next tier or plateau of art. You know what I mean? And so, that really, to me, that's a real like 50-50 collab.
True.
like, do you ever think about that? Like, I always think of, like, every time people ask me for collab or shit like that, it's like, oh, you come up with the hook and a verse. Or, like, it never feels like even unless you are really writing that fucking song together.
Exactly.
But even then, it's still like the work gets parsed out. It gets like, you know.
And with that
divided.
being said, I challenge every musician to actually make their own videos. And the reason I say that is because when you write that song and you make that song, nobody else has that vibe and that feeling like you. So it's like, as an artist, it's your job to bring this vision to people and have them get the exact same vision that you had when you made it. You know what I mean? So why not take it that far to that extent to really doing it? Because if you let, and you can do a 50-50, but you have to go into that song knowing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when we go into songs, like sometimes we know that this is going to be a collab song with a collab video. So we're already putting that energy towards knowing we got that equal, you know what I'm saying, how we say, credit towards each person that's there. But when it's like your song and then you paid somebody to do the video and shit and it was nothing like you wanted it to be, like, you're just gonna be salty at the end of the day. You're not gonna push the song as much. The video person's not gonna fuck with you as much. And it's just like, it's just a mess if you aren't really, you know, that's why people don't really like Chris Brown, because that man really goes in on how he wants his shit and he's really a dick to everybody about it. But he literally gets to keep his vision the way he wants it because he's very, closed mouths don't get fed. That's what I'm just trying to get at.
Well, no, I mean, like, to me, you gotta want to have the visual. And I see a lot of fucking dudes out here on their, you know, their Photoshop game and their graphic design game. And like, and I feel like there's like hip hop, local hip hop in general deserves a lot of credit for that. But even there, that's a whole art form that can really be fucking perfected and shit like that. And it's like, when you're talking about local people, you know, and I meet so many motherfuckers that are out there, yo, I don't even really care if I make money at it. Like, it's just something I do. And that's fucking great. That's fine. But if it's really just something you do,
I don't want to
are you? No, it's like if it's really just something to do, why aren't you doing it as fucking well as you could? There's no pressure. There's no deadlines. There's no anybody else expecting anything. Why aren't you doing it fucking really the best? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I guess like,
I don't know. That's a deep question.
It is. It is. Fucking, yo, you got a mixtape though, my man.
Yeah. Rituals 3 coming out.
I'm on the mixtape.
May 1st. Yeah, you're on it.
Who else is on the mixtape?
Mr. DC, Nitro G's.
Yo, shout out Mr. DC in a big motherfucking way.
GTM.
Go download the regular show.
My whole Get That
Go
Money
listen to
Records
that
family.
shit. It is a fucking hell of a project.
I got Jace on there. I got
Jace is fucking crazy. He's gonna be on the podcast. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get that motherfucker here.
You can get him. You can get him. I got Roshan on there.
Roshan's dope.
Yeah, free my bro. He in jail right now. And then
Yo, that's what I'm saying though. Like, you notice, you go down a list of features on a J Storm mixtape, on really about any mixtape, and it's just like, stick a fucking, like, blindfold somebody and stick a pen in the map, and like, that's how it is. Nobody's from exactly where he's from. Like, with you, it really was always about connecting, networking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that
if you
shit.
get on a mixtape with me, I guarantee your shit's gonna be listened to in Virginia, Ohio, Florida, Tennessee.
That's an asset, though,
Los
man.
Angeles. So it's like, when I do collabs, I love to collab with anybody. You got a collab, send me a collab. Like, I would put a verse down on anything. I'll do a hook. I love doing hooks. That's my shit. And like, I'm all about building. If you really about your grind and you really trying to make this shit happen, then let's make it happen.
That really is my whole thing, man. And like, at first I didn't get it, and then like, you kind of, just watching you kind of fucking did things that way, and I was just like, yeah, man, I don't have the fucking time anymore to like fuck with people who
not about their business anymore.
Now, don't get me wrong though, like, there are certain artists that like, that's fine, just because they fucking, I don't know, man, there are certain artists that just because they don't want to fucking build or grow or constantly fucking change shit or constantly fucking, you know, be the next best thing, that are still great artists though. There's a lot of artists out there that, you know, I'm not saying that like you're not good if you don't want to make money with it. My whole thing is, if you make money with it, you can make better music. Like, It's this whole fucking bullshit, money is the root of all evil concept. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Money's a fucking inert object. It's just matter. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a conscience. You control your money. You know what I mean? Money isn't this fucking mystical force, and a lot of people think it is. And I'm going on a goddamn tangent, but my man Jay Storm had to take a piss. So guess what? You're stuck with old fucking Sam Rothstein right now. There's like probably 7 motherfuckers even listening to this right now. But, nevertheless, to me, if you're an artist and you're out there and you're working and you're really trying to fucking perfect your craft and be good and be marketable because you deserve it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't be ashamed to want money for your art and your music, but it's a matter of, in this day and age, it's easier than ever to be an artist. It takes a fucking PC. Like, that's all it takes. And so, why aren't you being the best you can be right now? Because you do deserve it. If you really believe in your own art, your work and your grind and your hustle will fucking reflect on that. Once you get to a point in a plateau where you're like, yes, I have a fucking product here. I got something I can fucking sell. I don't know. To me, that's a whole other outlook on your art that you could never have before. So that's what I'm saying. That's the type of shit I'm on right now. Like, that's just the type of shit I want to do. But I'm trying to move fucking forward. I'm trying to unify motherfuckers. I'm trying to get us all working. And I'm trying to get people to fucking... I want people doing their own shows. I want people doing their own videos. I want people fucking... It's time to cut out the goddamn middlemen.
I mean, that's really where you're going to get that profit at, you know, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Word. But, yo, real quick though, what I did want to talk about, because actually we rarely ever talk about this again. Mm-hmm. See, this is more for me than just everybody else right now.
That's all right.
I do this show for me.
It's bonding time.
I do this for me. Yo, like, what would you say, like, your top 5 favorite albums were?
Top 5 favorite albums?
Yeah, just albums, period.
Just off the top of my head.
Yeah, just fuck it. Like, give me the first fucking top 5 that come to mind.
That's so hard. I like Blueprint too.
The Gift and the Curse?
Yeah.
Yo, motherfuckers hate that album though.
That's really a big one. What other albums?
That was a fucking good album though, dude.
I like all of the Dreams albums.
The Dream was dope.
Yeah, I love the Dream. See, albums. I like the Red Light District.
By Ludacris?
Yeah,
that was all right. That was a good one.
That was my
joint. That was the one thing you and me always fucking agreed on was Ludacris, man. Yeah. Ludacris is one of the best to fucking ever do it. One of the best to ever bless the mic. I'm sorry.
Ludacris is a shit.
He is. He's fucking amazing, dude. He's like, I'm sorry, on terms of an entertainer, few people have done it as good as him. Yeah, he's a legend. He's an entertainer. No matter what he's doing, his whole being alive is entertainment. And like, to me, that's a fucking craft that is hard to perfect, and he fucking did it. Yeah. And it looks like he did it effortlessly. But I'm sure there was fucking crazy amounts of work in that shit. I'm sure of it, but...
No matter how old it gets, Move Bitch will always pump you up.
Yeah, dude. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yo, like... And every time I'm in traffic, that's the fucking song that comes to mind.
It's a soundtrack to our road trips.
Yo, I love fucking Diamonds in the Back, though. Diamonds in the Back. With fucking, yeah. And look up in the sea with the gangster lean. Yeah, that shit's my shit. I love that fucking beat. We might freestyle over that beat in a minute.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Do you listen to shit, though, that's like... Do you listen to shit that's not rap? Do you ever listen to a lot of non-rap?
Incubus.
Yeah.
Rise Against.
Have you heard the new Incubus?
Nah.
Oh, dude, the new Incubus song is good. I actually legit really like it.
For sure. I like Rise Against also.
Rise Against, I'm like 25-75 on it. Like, I like 2 of their songs, I think, but I couldn't get
the Gorillas.
Oh, Gorillas are amazing. They are one of those truly unique. Like, I'll tell you what, there's a faction, there's a little like mini club in hip hop of shit that is just like so, not even hip hop, but in music, that is just so ridiculously accessible but low key. Like when you think about like Daft Punk, Like the brilliant fucking pop music that those dudes have been making, just using samples and techno for the longest time, and like NERD,
I like
and Gorillaz. Like these are groups that are like like Fatboy Slim. I would even put him in that category because he still had a lot of hip hop influences. I fucking loved Fatboy Slim. Just huge Fatboy Slim fan.
I listen to a lot of R&B though. Like when I don't,
I'm just now starting to like get into R&B.
Yeah, R&B is what I really listen to.
Because I mean, like I would rock like D'Angelo and shit like that. Like
I listen to everything.
I would fuck with that music, but now like the poppy kind of like Chris Brown R&B. Honestly, I'm starting to fuck with it. But I think it's important because dudes like there's dudes like August Alsina and there's dudes like fucking Ty Dolla $ign.
See
that like get into the it's like so in the middle you can't tell where the rap ends and the fucking R&B begins. Like that type of shit is cool.
That's the R&B I listen to is like Shy, Silk, Blackstreet, Jodeci, Casey and JoJo, like
that real R&B shit.
When you was listening to NWA, I was listening to the R&B singers during that. That's the exact same time era that it was like.
And that's so like I don't know, man. Because to me, I always love like traditional like
Computer Love
R&B.
You know, like Computer Love. Zapp and Roger. Computer Love. That's the shit I'll be on.
I don't know, man. Like I never.
Once you hear that,
the first time I really started fucking with R&B was The Weeknd. When I heard The Weeknd, I was just like, holy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I listened to like Bill Withers, like Marvin Gaye, Al Green, shit like that. I've always listened to that music. But like as far as modern shit, because my older brother who's like not a dude you would picture being into that music, like in the 8th grade had like Boys and Men tapes and shit, and like and he had and like who are some fucking other groups, because like there were like other chick groups too, like TLC was big around that time, kind of
SWV,
and like who are the motherfuckers that did Peaches and Cream? 112. Yeah, he had like a 112 tape and shit like that. Like
Jagged Edge.
But yeah, dude. And like I don't know, I never ever fucked with that shit, man. I never did.
You'll tend to, as your process grows, you will tend to appreciate it.
I'm sure I will, because I can appreciate any kind of music done well, man. I mean, I listen to country, I listen to hip hop. I really do listen to everything, just as long as it's fucking done well. And it's done with fucking pride, man. Like I feel like there's a lot of, and this isn't really a problem in hip hop, obviously, but I feel like there's a lot of people in other genres of music that have like this kind of like weird, like self-deprecating, self-flagellating, like just when you see them perform, like there's some people that like get up on stage and they're just like, hey, I'm fucking here to do music. I'm fucking sorry. It's almost like apologetic. It's like they're inconveniencing people by playing their music. Like when you see like a lot of like live open mics and shit like that, and a lot of bands that just haven't really thought it through, and they kind of get there and they're just like, that shit needs to stop. Like, that shit needs to stop on so many levels.
Luckily, I don't try to come across these people.
But I'm saying it's more common in like, rock music, folk music, all acoustic, reggae, whatever the fuck. But in hip hop, it's a little better. Like that's the reason I really enjoyed hip hop.
It's about being confident to begin with.
Yeah, it's about being confident, and it's also about like marketing. It really is, to a certain degree, when you really think back to like the psychological brain patterns that are going on to naturally be drawn to wear flashy clothes, or to naturally be drawn to, to like, to floss, to stunt. And it's marketing though. It's just this like weird human primal form of marketing. And like, I'm a fucking greedy capitalist at heart. But no, I'm just fucking around. But like, no, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like it was cool to see hip hop and people that are like, yo, this is my mixtape. You should listen to it. I think it's fucking dope because I made it. Listen to it. If you don't like it, well, go fuck yourself. Or listen to some other dude's mixtape. And it's like, other band, like, you can't really do that shit in other band. I guess you can, maybe when like Limp Bizkit was around.
Yeah.
I feel like Fred Durst was one of those guys. I feel like he was just like he never really was a rock dude. I mean, he would scream and shit, but I'm sure he had a crazy hustle. So
all these people are marketing savvy.
Yeah.
It's really big.
Yeah. And it's like, and they're in, I don't know, it's still a good position to be in. You know? Because think about people that don't have control of their vision. Think about people that just fucking...
Wayne?
Not even, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation, but what I'm saying is, like, think about, like, Cisco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Drew Hill. I listen to Drew Hill a lot.
Cisco was dope. He was a great artist. But why did he fail? Because the visual, the fucking actual vision, that whole Return of the Dragon shit, like making an album about his dick, basically, like, that shit, like...
Ooh, the dragon.
I don't know how much of that...
I used to bang that album. Yo, that intro song was...
I don't... But I don't know how much of that
Word.
was Ludacris or the label. Because when Thong Song blew, like, yo, I bet you a couple motherfuckers became millionaires off that song. I bet you like a fistful of motherfuckers became millionaires off that song, probably. When it dropped in like, what, 2000, whatever, that was like the most like salacious video of the time, and it was on MTV 24/7. Like, I remember watching that shit being like 11 years old and be like, oh my God, those fucking butts, all that booty. And like...
Yeah.
But less than 2 years later, people are like, "What, Cisco? Oh, the fucking the Thong Song.
Ooh, that girl's so scandalous.
It's a great song. I still listen to the Thong Song sometimes. Like, it's forever burned in my brain though. Like, I listened to that shit so much when I was younger.
Let's see what this is.
I don't know, man. But yo, so the other thing is fucking law of attraction.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that I feel like it's really hard to fucking talk to people about. And I feel like, because I can't even claim to say I've ever really, really studied it. I know it on the most basic passing of levels. You know what I mean? But I still have an understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I just feel like law of attraction is a fancy way of saying if you put your mind to it and work hard, you'll get good shit.
That's kind of a general way to say it, for sure.
I mean, well, I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's really what it is. Like, I feel like it's not a huge... I don't know, people talk about like it's a big discovery, and I feel like it is a big discovery within yourself once you kind of like...
It is.
Once your law of attraction, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And that's why I can't fully, like, I'm a skeptic fucking dude, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But that's why when I look at law of attraction, I'm like, okay, I can see easily why this is caught on. You know what I mean? I can easily fucking see that.
I mean, law of attraction is just one of those universal laws that's just going on. Just regardless if people know about it or not. A lot of people call it karma. Right. A lot of it is karma. But there is, a more scientific process to go about it if you really know that it's going on. There's one thing to be like, there's one thing to know that there's air that exists. Then there's one thing to know that you're breathing this air and it's keeping you alive. And there's one thing to know that when you're underwater, you don't have air. You know what I mean? It's just three different mind states that you have to discover at different levels in your life, I feel like. And with that being said, like, you just attract law of attraction basically is the new age form of quantum physics, which is the actual study of how to specifically do something to get a specific something.
But see, here's my disconnect though, because I'm interested in, or I was at least, I don't look it up a whole lot anymore, but like string theory and shit like that, and actual like quantum physics.
String theory is true, yeah.
So, and you're talking about dimensions and shit like that, and like causality and whatnot. And to me, I just feel like, I don't know, when I hear people talk about quantum physics, I'm never thinking the same thing.
When I'm saying quantum physics, I'm saying as in terms of the study of doing a certain process to get a certain effect. As in people, a study who do like, I'm going to do this exact thing in a controlled environment and it will cause this situation to happen, no matter what. And that's how I look at quantum physics.
But, okay, so here's my other thing, though.
Me personally.
And this is kind of skipping ahead. And if you guys don't know about law of attraction, I'm real sorry because we can't explain. We don't even have enough time to explain the whole thing right now. It's something that just has to kind of be lived. But
you gotta do your own research.
But I feel like there's also random times. There's random times when I've found, like, the shit that creeps me out about this fucking law of attraction shit is when you started, like, I remember one day, like, I had you come over, I was like, yo, I had some ill shit I had written. I wanted to show you. And you listened to it. And you were like, yo, it's dope, but you're going to start manifesting some fucking shit with the way you're rapping. Like, you're going to start manifesting things. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because for the longest time, dude, like, you got to, like, keep in mind my perspective. I was like, I don't fucking buy this shit. I really don't. You know what I mean? And
he's going to bring into his reality what he talks about.
Yeah. And I don't know, weird shit started happening.
It was the Talker song.
It was the the Talker was heavy, but even before that, I remember when I wrote Sashimi on Rye. Or no, it was Zebra Skin Rugs. I mean, I'm eating mushroom truffles out in Amsterdam, smoking gram after gram. And literally, like, a week after I wrote that and recorded it, fucking person hit me up, was like, yo, you want to get some mushroom truffles? And I was just like, what?
Yep.
Like, yo, and I've been, like, plugged into where the fucking hallucinogens are at, and no one ever has mushroom truffles. And if you do,
hey.
Nah, I'm actually fucking done with that shit.
Well, I'll help you take them. Don't worry about it.
But I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're awesome. I'm not even talking shit, but I'm just saying, me personally, in my life right now, like, dude, I can't handle trips. I can't handle trips anymore. Like, I got too much to do. I got too much going on. Yo, speaking of trips, we went to fucking Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah, recently, a couple weeks ago, 2 weekends ago, last weekend.
And we shot a video.
I don't know. I'm always making.
And that video is going to be out sometime. We don't know. We can't say.
Well, I've been in contact with them, so I do have more information to drop to you about that. But Beasley's Corner Bodega, shout out to Zeus and Izzy Strange.
Yes, sir. Middle name Danger.
The fam.
Bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's an upcoming independent record label out in Pittsburgh. Beasley's Bodega, go look them up on Facebook.
And if you guys could see their setups.
Yeah.
Their recording setups, both of them.
The truth.
Yo, you will rethink your whole structure. You will rethink your whole fucking operation. What are
you really doing though?
Like, no, when I saw this, like, it was a half of a room. I was just like, fucking what? Like, it was great. It was a fucking fantastic setup.
It was experience. It was what you needed.
Yeah. And that really is the thing, man. Like, I'm always on the hunt for, like, used shit. Like, I always want to find, like my dream, and this is a weird dream, but I want to fucking have, like, a whole storage shed just full of, like, every possible cord to any possible computer, projector, whatever. Like, I want to have, like, basically a Radio Shack on hand at all times.
Word.
You know, like, I think that'd be badass to just never have to. Yeah, exactly.
I have like half of that store already.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm working on mine. I got my first fucking big box. But I'll tell you what, man. By the time I'm dead, they're gonna bury me with my fucking electronics.
You'll still get Wi-Fi after life.
It's gonna be a fucking mass grave, too.
Oh, don't worry. We got them plugged in. We got the biosensor going through. You got it.
Yo, that's some other shit though. Did you see Transcendence, that Johnny Depp movie?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yo,
I actually had that in the song.
That is some shit that I think about a lot. That is some shit that, like,
Transcendence got me Johnny Depp. Yeah, that's what shit.
No, if they really fucking get to that point before I'm dead,
you'll survive.
And they need people to sign up for that, I'll be like, right here. Like, you take this fucking body away. I don't give a fuck about that thing. Just keep my mind and keep me on the fucking.
That'd be so creepy.
Yo, I'd be about it. It'd be a crazy way to spend the rest of eternity. You know what I mean? Yo, it'd be like it would be like your own, like, heaven or hell.
Nope. I ain't doing it.
I don't know, dude. Think about the information you could get.
I'm ready to die if that's the case. If we're getting biometric into Johnny Depp,
I don't even know, man.
I'm not ready for that life.
I don't know. That was a pretty decent movie, but people gave that movie
You just
a lot
signed
of
up
shit.
to get a chip in your brain, basically.
People were not fucking fans of that movie.
I loved it. It was long as fuck,
Yeah.
too.
It was long and the ending was a little weak. There was some shit that I was like, yo, here's the only thing about computer movies that don't fucking scare me is like, computers have an off switch. Like, all of them have an off switch. And I get it, Transcendence kind of like explain that. Like, oh, it's so smart, it's everywhere. It's in the fucking particles in the air. But my other thing is,
It was dope.
hey, where does it get all these resources? Like, where's it getting all these precious metals that it takes to fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
the thing is, I actually wanted to see, like, them take over a lot more than that.
yeah. Because it feels like only the 13 motherfuckers that were fighting them, and then the people in the town were the only people that knew what was going on. Like, I feel like there would have been a much bigger military response. Like, I feel like the military has ways to operate without, like, that's why they use radios and not cell phones. You know what I mean? Like, they have ways of fucking operating without electricity and shit like that. Like, because those kind of tactics and those kind of fucking survival methods go back to fucking Roman armies and shit like that before electricity, before any, you know what I mean? Warfare is a thing that we understand. And it's like, that computer just wasn't, I don't know, man. I just feel like, I don't know. We just drifted the fuck off into a full review.
Transcendence got Johnny Depp. Real talk. Splash.
Yo, I feel
Follow
like...
me on Twitter at the Real J Storm.
Yo, Twitter.
Real talk.
I'm not
Follow
even,
Forecast
I'm not
Music
even. I'm not even on Twitter.
Yeah, no.
I'm not even on
You
Twitter.
never know where your audience is at.
No, I'm fucking up by it. I need to get a better cell phone. Like, I'm really fucked up in the game right now.
If there's one thing I've seen people do, you just connect all your sites to one. Like,
Yo,
as soon as you
what
tweet
is that
something-
site's name though? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the
TweetDeck.
one that just fucking
TweetDeck?
tweet that? Like DAT?
DECK.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this shit up. What is it? Spell it.
TweetDeck.
Tweet deck,
Yeah.
like a tape deck.
Yeah.
A live review, ladies and gentlemen, of fucking tweetdeck.com. Because I have a Twitter account. I just don't fucking sign in on the web. They use the word web. That creeps me out. Right off the fucking get-go. Yeah, I don't even remember my Twitter username.
It's Dangerous Rob.
You remember my...
I tag you all the time. You're just not on this shit. The right bros be tagging you. They be sending you to do songs and shit. You just...
Dude, I'm not on it, man. It takes up too much space on my shitty phone.
Motherfucking AWOL.
Yo, like, I'm fucked up in the game with a cell phone. You heard it here first, folks. Like, I'm sorry. I know I floss a lot in my music, but... yeah, whatever.
Alright, you gotta sign in again.
I got a what?
Sign in.
Oh, fuck. This is too hard right now.
It should be saved.
Okay, whatever.
Let's do the other way. Yeah.
Get started. So, what? It's Twitter. This is my Twitter.
This is strictly your Twitter right now. But
But can I add my Facebook or something?
Go to the plus on the left.
Wait, where?
Go down to the
Oh, right. Add column.
Yeah.
Yo.
So those are your things. You have to go somewhere else. I think it's the bottom left. Accounts.
Yo, so I'm already intrigued by this. I am. I'm already intrigued.
It's dope. This is some business shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm a little too...
Go to the wheel.
The what?
The spaceless sprocket.
Settings.
Go to settings.
Dangerous Wrath.
No, just go to settings. Go to settings. Yeah. Services. Oh, man. Oh,
Yeah, this is just Twitter, B. I'm not impressed right now.
I know, I'm trying
I can just go to Twitter for this shit. I got 76 Twitter followers, motherfucker.
What about the arrows?
What about the what?
The arrows at the bottom left.
Expand. Yeah, like, it doesn't add column. Mentions all accounts, trending, user.
Do user.
What does that even mean, though? It's still just Twitter. Get the fuck out of my face, Twitter.
Yo, your shit's getting promoted heavy. You don't even know.
Yeah, I feel like a dick about that, but I do. I appreciate everybody that fucking shares my shit, though.
Who is
you guys?
Who's that person?
Who?
Oh, it's Mike J. Shout out to Mike J. He got a new fucking AVI.
Yay. But yo, like, that's dope that people are out there supporting me on Twitter. I appreciate the fuck out of it. You guys have no idea how much that means to me.
Try adding another.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with this website right now.
Word.
We need a freestyle.
Are we on freestyle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even.
That Dangerous Roth, the Twitter he don't use. Get at him.
Get at me on that Twitter I don't use, bitch.
Harass him.
Harass me.
Show him why he need to use it.
Yo, like my shit on Instagram. I got 4 pictures.
Splash.
Hey,
one of them's FMG though.
Word? Y'all's repping FMG?
Yeah.
I was when I went to that thing. Yo, Rothstein, where the money at? Where the honey's at? Y'all acting kinda whack. We don't get down like that. Y'all clowns like that. You never catch us around like that. We putting in work. She making that twerk. We in they veins like a germ. We smoking sherm. Not really though. Y'all silly hoes. J Storm,
yeah.
What's the dealio?
What's the dealio for really though? At the real J Storm with that Twitter flow. Let me slow it down, let me switch the hook to bow. Hey, what's the question? Is that official? Let me get it and I will blow your bitch like a whistle. Trying to catch up with me while I'm going so mental. Gotta get it back and my flow is so detrimental.
Rothstein. Got like 10 hoes, they all clean. The Buick tape, but that's all me. Only one feature, and he's seated right next to me. That's Typhoon. But shouts out to Cincinnati. We nasty. Stuffing our noses with Addies, that's Adderall. What am I doing here? Must have had them all. So we had a ball. And I got a ball. I got flaws. Gotta show them all that they said wrong. That I'm too strong. That money too long. Rothstein off the dome. 3 wheels sitting on chrome. 1 wheel in the air like you just don't motherfucking care. People they stop and stare. They talking about those weird clothes I wear. And they talking shit. I keep walking, bitch. It ain't nothing.
Lit. That's that flame, that's that ganja flow. Flash flood 3, let me get the movie, watch it roll. Like I do my blunts, like you do your fucking sluts. Gotta flip them, then we pass them. What the fuck you thought was Then we hit the coast, east to west we travel, ho. All I do is pop a bottle, let the drink flow. Gotta get twisted, about to hit the next show. At the Breachwood tomorrow, what the fuck you getting now? That's a newer type flow, Ohio shit. 740, the hip hop, you ain't even see that pirate shit. That empire shit, that pirate shit, we took your shit. Yo bitch looking for me cause I done smashed that and didn't call her bitch.
And what am I doing here? Alright, let's fucking find a different one here. Where are we at right now? Where we at right now? Get the pussy like a cat right now. Smoke dabs right now. Nah, I'm off that motherfucking yak right now. That ain't true though. I need a true hoe. She got true blood. We need new blood. But not you blood. Alright, what else we got here? Yo, how about fuck it. We'll rock with this one. This is a good fucking beat. Shout out Candace.
Rocking with it. No stopping with it. All I do is drop. I'm with it. Typhoon, he gotta get it. Money flipping up. These motherfuckers switching up. All I know is get the bucks. You looking like what the fuck is up? Gotta record it on multiple shit. I don't give a fuck about what you think. I'm on my full clip. I ain't let a bullet fly. I unlocked it. It's Typhoon, Mr. Grant Access. Thank you, bitch. Yeah, I'm on the grind, never stop, nope. All I gotta do is float it like a boat. All I do is focus on that money, bro. You be fucking tripping, thinking about all these silly hoes. Well, Typhoon, let me get it, splash, splash. Typhoon, let me get it, splash, splash. Hey, Sam off in the building, splash, splash. Go, gotta get it, splash, splash.
Yo. Hard as nails to the cuticles. It's fucking usual to see me sliding in a Buick. That new shit bumping in the stereo system. They like, did you see Rothstein? I must have missed him. He's on that next shit, on that extra shit. He's on that best of shit. He's in the cut, he's right next to shit. He's so dope, people call him fucking heroin. Fucking the bad bitch like Marilyn Monroe. But fuck these hoes. I got a lady, I'm good to go. I got the motherfucking sickest flow. The most dope, smoking that loud dro. You want in? Well, you ain't allowed, bro. J-Storm, get him.
They trying to get that grand access. All I do is puff, puff, puff. Then we pass this, that magic. That Apollo 13. We up on another planet and you still trying to get green, huh? You up on a different chakra, need to level up. I be on my grind, on my money, just keep building up. Damn, we state to state, you just like, what the fuck? Gotta bring that line back because it's still real as fuck. Damn. Circle K the way we cake. All we do is gas station with the weight. Gotta fill up the tank, we travel weight. Oh, we up in Pittsburgh, yeah, hey. Shout out to middle name, Danger Chillin'. Did a video in the snow, fucking kill it.
Yo, I'm a villain on the motherfucking track. Whack shit, they send it back. I don't really fuck with that. You and me wear a different hat. We might carry a different gap, but you don't carry nothing, and neither do I. So it's all good. No need to be acting all hood. Hard as nails, but you all would. Yo, but it's all good. Let's switch it up. Yo, let's try this one.
It's smooth as butter. Look, I'm gonna let you know something about Rothstein. Ever since Rothstein met me, he always wanna put me on some out the box beats that I'm usually not on. But you don't know I like this shit because I listen to this shit when I'm not doing my shit. Yo, smooth like butter. Call it Pap Jacks. Oh, I meant flapjacks, Mr. Lumberjack. Let me Bisquick, bust an egg, little milk. Now I got it on a skillet, yes, let it guilt. What's that mean, kill it, let me flip it, then I seal it. Yeah, I got some maple syrup, about to eat it. Typhoon over here building, yeah, he heating. Got a fucking blunt roll right after beating. Oh, I got the switch flow, oh, I gotta bring it back. Oh, he didn't mean that, oh, we fucking slacking, man. Nah, I'm on that futuristic lean flow at that P-O-D-D-M-T, watch me fucking go. Explore to the globe and then come back. Realized I found myself and then I came back. Damn, I died 3 times, resurrect. Guess I just didn't want to get it, gotta get the best. Rothstein to my left, Owe to the right. Didn't know because we changed, yes, we in out of sight.
The main goal is to unite. Just surrender, there's no need to fight. I had to tell like 6 motherfuckers that shit the other night. Yo, but that's me in a different light. There's no need to see that. Cause we just lean back. That good dro, yo, we need that. You talking shit? Well, we need facts. Yo, but never mind though. I got like 9 fine hoes. Yo, we all had a good time though. Last night at your mom's though. Yo, we out spending your mom's dough.
Hey, caked up. The bitch had her fucking flat flaked up. Trying to get this paid. Let me get what? Let me get a couple of dollars. Then we spent, bruh. Then we brought it back like, damn, do you got more? She got a whole bank full. Damn, what's in the store? About to cop a new crib, a new whip. Motherfuckers tripping because this fat bitch is giving shit.
Yo,
damn.
dick in her mouth. I got a drink in my hand. I'm a thinking man, and she complaining now. Y'all motherfuckers got the same kind of style, and we ain't with it. We don't rock to it. We don't bop to it. Bitches don't drop to it. They hating your shit. Cause you were faking a bitch.
And I'm like a plague on this shit. More like a disease. You gon' feel me when I come up in the back in the breeze. These motherfuckers like, damn, can I sit in my seat? No, it's typhoon, bitch. Gotta get on your knees. You better bow down. This is FMG, we came to your town now. We about to put it down, you didn't hear the sound now. This is Buick, take that FMG sound, wow. It's got you jumping out the crowd and you like, wow now.
Wow now. Shit's retarded like how now, brown gal.
Hey.
Yo, we got the heroin brown style. That black tar shit. That higher than fucking Mars shit. Yo, that sweet candy bar shit. Yo, shouts to Eminem. Not the man, but the candy. Y'all motherfuckers pop stars like Mandy back in 99. I got like 99 fine hoes. Yo, and they all kiss me 99. And I love it. She give the tushy and I fuck it. Yo, it's really something. I said this life was really something. Those were my favorite things. Tattooed bitches with nose rings. Yo, you wanna see what that glow brings? You gotta start shining, start having a better time, start having a better timing. Rothstein, I keep rhyming that grime shit. Yo, the fucking crime shit, that bad time shit. Pit bulls barking. Fucking dope weed is what we sparking. Need an old bitch like Ellen Barkin. Maybe that's Alan Barkin, I think that's an actor. But whatever, that's not a factor, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's not what I'm trying to fucking tell you. Yo, my weed's fucking stinky, but you stink, I can smell you. Yo, you fat as fuck. There's probably a floor or two that you fell through into the basement. But you spoiled. You don't know that that's where we've been staying. Underground. But we not fucking under now. Yo, man, we talked about a lot tonight.
For sure.
We talked about a lot. I feel like we got a lot covered.
A lot of insight.
I feel like it was a good first episode. I feel like the freestyle is going to be interesting whenever that drops.
Yeah.
I just feel good. And I feel like this podcast thing could go well.
Word.
But the key is, if you're going to be on the podcast, if you want to be on the podcast, you got to be able to say shit. It can't just be an hour of me talking. Because nobody fucking wants that.
True.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Nobody wants to listen to Sam Rothstein for an hour and a half straight.
Exactly.
Those people aren't out there. And if they are, God bless them. And I'm all about them. And I'm their biggest fan. But yo, I mean, we're going to have a lot of good guests on this. A lot of people seem to want to fuck with it. A lot of people seem to want to participate in it. And like I said, man, this is really just a thing for me to like, just kind of a way for people to get to know people. You always see people online, and we all know each other online. We see each other online, but you don't ever hear anybody. Yeah, really, you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's like, and it's even weirder. Well, not weirder, but to me, it's a little more insightful when they're kind of interviewed, or you hear them in a conversation. You get to hear them talk to somebody else, and I feel like
they're natural.
If people did that more, yeah, and the more that people are out there recording conversations, having conversations about art and talking about their art and talking about what fucking, you know, gets to them and what keeps them going. The more you see that, the more you want to support that person. I just can't see anything but good things coming from it. So, Well, man, I appreciate you being on the show.
No problem.
This is fucking Sam Rothstein, man. Fucking signing off like a badass.